All right. Welcome back to Twin Tarot. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And Mom said we have to go to separate rooms now because we can't get along together. We're in the same room. So now we're in our own rooms doing this video.
Yeah. You stole my Rainbow Obsidian Rock, too, by the way. Thief.
I didn't steal it. You forgot to bring it home with you. Let's be really clear here.
Can you see it? I miss it.
Yeah. This is now being recorded on Sunday, September 8th at about 11:45 in the morning. Technically 11:43, but it's on,
yes.
And the Gary's clock will back up the timing of it. And we're going to do a reading today on the upcoming debate on September 10th. So 2 days from now. 2 days from now is going to be the big debate. Everybody's going to tune in.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. As Melania, I'm sure Melania is still staying tuned. Oh God, you're so smart when you debate.
Donald, you should do many debates.
You are the best words.
You have proven to be a master at debating.
Yes, he's a master debater. I've said that all along. So I'm trying an iced pumpkin latte from Starbucks. It is amazing.
Oh my gosh, I have iced water for my refrigerator. This is fantastic, Skipper.
Yeah, I just added 1,000 milligrams of caffeine to it to make it like an iced coffee.
Mine just has gin.
Okay, so as we know, we got the debate coming up. It's going to be on ABC, Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. The mics will be muted. I wonder if she'll give him her mic when he wants to talk over her. I could just imagine.
Are they going to mute it for the entire duration so we just can't tell what? So it's just like a pantomime of a debate?
They probably could. And all they have to do is just throw up like the 10 catchphrases. That he could push a button. News, southern border, Afghanistan withdrawal, inflation. Yeah, you just dude. Drool in a cup. So no audience. Mics are muted. They have to stand behind podiums. Trump gets the last word, and we'll see what happens.
Yep.
But before seeing what happens, let's try and predict what happens.
Yes.
With this debate. Hence the reason why you're even here. Otherwise, we could just end the video now.
Yes. Well, I suggested Dave that we do the readings after the debate. Then you can be amazed and astonished by how accurate our predictions are.
Well, look at this. These cards
post-event predictions.
Yeah. Anyways, so let's look at the energy around the debate. Let's see how Kamala Harris, or how Democrats feel, how Republicans feel post-debate.
Yes.
And by Republicans, I mean MAGA, because, well, we Republicans too, right? We should know how Republicans feel on it, because with Dick Cheney saying that he's voting for Kamala Harris and Liz Cheney saying she's voting for Kamala Harris, it's kind of giving a wink and a nod to Republicans saying, you know what?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm a very I'm the face of evil when it comes to the Republican Party, and even I'm voting for Kamala Harris. I mean, honest to God, if you needed any more of an umbrella, some political cover, Dick Cheney just gave it to you.
Yes, indeed.
I'll go ahead and start it off. Just the general energy of the debate. How is this going to look? And again, this is for
entertainment purposes
only. My deck's upside down. Okay, the Emperor. Basically, it's about leadership. Presenting leadership, how folks are going to lead, and there's a feeling of weariness. Or here, when we had this card the other day, this is going to be like the audience listening to Trump, and they're just hearing the same old stuff over and over and over again. And this guy's got a head injury. Again, to me, that's why it represents Trump. A lot of people, they want to hear what Kamala Harris has to say, because she's only done like a couple of or like one media interview on her policies. We all know Trump's because he says the same thing over and over again. Cross the Knight of Swords. Who's going to come across as leadership, presidential, and who's going to come across as reckless? And people, the election's still 2 months away, but people need to make up their minds as to what's going on. In the past, we have the Magician card. I believe this is just going to be the change of Joe Biden to Kamala Harris. We've seen one debate, and I think we're going to see a transformation. Now, that first debate was transformative to the point where Biden stepped away from re-election and Kamala Harris got installed. Current situation is 3 of Cups. Kamala Harris is absolutely crushing it on the media stage, corporate media. Since Biden announced that he was stepping back and recommending Kamala Harris, it's been the Kamala Harris show 24/7. Trump can't change the narrative. Speaking of changing the narrative, overarching energy is the hangman. People are going to come watching, and I think what's going to happen is people are going to come in to see if their minds are changed, and I think people are going to be looking at this candidate differently. This isn't an election where people are going to vote for the guy with the R after their name because they've been Republicans, as mentioned with the Dick Cheney comment before. The lesson to be learned is the King of Pentacles. There are, the West Coast tech bros want Trump to be reelected because it means that they'll become the new American oligarchs and they'll have a big say in the government and stuff like that. But to me, this is the Republican leadership coming in and saying, hey, you know what? We're going to support Kamala Harris. So ultimately, what's the King of Pentacles? I think it's people making their best decisions as what's best for themselves and best for the country. And the outcome is going to be the Ten of Swords. Somebody's candidacy is going to suffer mightily from this. Trump most likely will do his Gish Gallop, which is just make up a bunch of lies and throw them out there. And if Kamala Harris has learned and trained how to handle a Gish Gallop, what's going to end up happening is this could very well be Trump, he lies. He just lies all the time. He just makes stuff up. And if you can point out that any one of the things, the 10 things he spews is an incoherent lie, or in his incoherent rambling, one of the things is a lie, and just say the rest of them are like that too, it defangs him. And he's got nothing. I think Trump really needs to come away with a big win here. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, it's funny because when you were throwing those cards, I was reading Trump in that entire reading. Because I know certain readers see the Emperor as Trump, and the whole thing was, Trump going forward with his reckless messaging.
Sure.
Same old tired messaging that you've all heard before.
Yeah.
He manifested the last time he did it, he was able to get rid of Biden.
Yep.
Everyone was celebrating.
Yep.
But if you look at it from a different perspective, it was actually he lost. He won the battle, but he lost the war.
Yeah, it's like be careful that King of Coins is like be careful what you wish for because you got the prize now.
and the outcome was the Ten of Swords. You just killed your opportunity to win this presidential campaign.
You know what, Gary? This might be the first time I say this.
Okay.
I think you nailed it way better than I did.
Hey! Yay!
honest to God, that makes. I'm reading it. It's a general thing. Yours flows. That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah,
absolutely makes perfect sense to me.
As soon as you threw the Emperor card, it's like, oh, he's getting the Republican. It's still big picture, but it's not necessarily how Trump is feeling. It's kind of big picture. This is what happened, and this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That Knight of Swords is the Gish Gallop again. The Gish Gallop.
The Nine of Wands that was underneath the deck.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that is. I talk about layered readings. That is absolutely an example of a layered reading. I'm reading it as the general energy. Gary's like, dude, just call the Emperor Trump and read it. It's like, oh, geez, yeah. It's he killed his golden goose. His best chance was against Biden, and he got exactly what he wanted. He's like the Ebola virus. He killed the patient, which means he can't spread. When you're a virus, you don't want to kill the patient. You just want to get them sick enough to replicate and spread to somebody else.
Yeah, I'd like to dedicate that reading to Roxana Corbett, by the way.
Gary got a bit of a harsh rebuke, shall we say.
Yeah, it's just, it's fine. She's got an opinion. It's just, if
she's not watching it. According to her, she's not watching it anyway, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, so she won't realize she got a shout out. But she was kind of challenging what I bring to this and why am I even here and what's my pedigree, blah, blah, blah. It's a twin tarot. David, you have your choice.
Yeah, you got a couple of we were talking about that with Sherry in our live stream yesterday. So she was telling us that somebody said, you got to lean into this whole swamp thing. Nobody else is doing that.
Yeah.
No one of the tarot readers I know of have identical twins. We're going to lean into it.
Okay, so do you want me to read it on the Democrat or Kamala Harris energy or Trump energy or?
Yeah, we can read the Democrats, see how they're reacting to it.
All right, and then you can correct me when I botch this thing up.
Well, hey, if you keep reading the cards like that, maybe I'll throw the cards and you read my cards.
There you go. Okay, so how do you want to do the energy pre-debate or post-debate?
Post-debate. I don't need this thing to be an hour.
Okay, so let me do one more shuffle.
We know how the debate. People are looking forward to it.
How is Kamala Harris feeling post-debate?
Kamala Harris or the voters?
I can do the voters.
I would do the voters.
How do the voters feel? Okay, let me do one more shot.
I mean, we only care how Trump feels because it's mildly interesting, but we know how he's going to feel. Well, He is always overly confident with how he performed, and it would be stunning to have him say, oh my God, he doesn't have enough realization to realize he screwed something up.
Yeah. Okay, so how do the voters feel post-debate?
Democratic voters.
Democratic voters. How are Democratic voters feeling post-debate? That'll require one more cut.
Yes, exactly. There. Now the cards are completely randomized to the right answer.
Yes. Hey, there you can see the underlying energy.
Check see if your deck is the right side up.
Oh, okay.
Before you start flipping cards over.
Okay.
And then you say, "Oh, my deck's upside down." Everybody's like, "How do you know it's all reversals?" Because the deck's upside down.
That's right. Okay, so how are the Democratic voters feeling post-debate? They're seeing a path forward. They have, clearly in the last debate, it was not a pleasant experience if you were a Democratic voter, because you just got to attend a Trump rally.
Yeah, this looks more hopeful. Like we've got a path forward, because probably after the Biden debate, it's like, oh,
yeah, exactly. Now what do we do?
Exactly, crap.
Cross with the Seven of Cups. So traditionally, the Seven of Cups is kind of illusions and delusions. This could be one of two things. It could be they're seeing all the opportunities with the Democratic agenda. It could also be they got to see Trump at his finest.
Now, just as for your sake here, high energy, the Seven of Cups is integrity. It's taking the good with the bad. The low energy is illusions and delusions, where it's lack of integrity. You only see the stuff you want to see. I'm going to be driving a Hellcat with a scat pack in it, and the performance handling package, and you don't think about the $2,000 a month car payments and the $500 a month insurance payments that you're going to be paying, and the traffic tickets that come with it.
Yeah, I generally read this on the negative energy. So if you look at the positive, they may be looking at all the integrity and the options available to them with Kamala Harris and Walz. On the dark energy, they could be seeing all of the illusions and delusions that Trump brings.
Now, it's your Democratic voter reading, or is this general voter reading?
Well, it was supposed to be Democrat, but I'm kind of wondering at this point. let's see how it goes. Underneath is the Knight of Pentacles. It's offering things of value. It's people, this is kind of let's step back, let's take a moment to think about this and think, what is it that we really value here? What is really important to us here? Okay, in the past we have Temperance. So it's about balance, it's about moderation. I know a lot of voters, I think we're starting to read general voters here, because in the past we had give and take. We had compromise. If you lost the election, it didn't mean the democracy was under fire.
Wow, peaceful transfer of power. What a concept.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, you weren't happy that maybe your presidential candidate didn't win, but you didn't think it was going to be the end of the world as you know it. It was never that bad. It started getting that way in 2016, right?
It started getting that way when W. Bush got elected, and now W. Bush just seems rather quaint. Oh, that was the boogeyman at the time? How quaint.
Yeah, I guess it's like a horror movie from the original Halloween movie.
Yeah.
With Lee Curtis versus what they're putting out now. It's like, oh, that's really not as bad as it could be, huh? Current energy is Knight of Wands. Bringing that message forward. Once again, I think we're hitting the general voters here, and it's just part of the debate is who's bringing the message forward that you want to hear. Overarching energy is the Eight of Pentacles. It's all the hard work, all the things. Who's working for you to bring things of value?
Yeah. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago, or 8 years?
I mean, yeah. We had inflation, and it's impacted every single person.
Or as Bill Clinton would say, it's the economy, stupid.
Yeah, but yeah, the economy is in good shape. Unemployment's in good shape. Yeah, we got set back a bit by inflation, but we can work hard and we can move this forward. So which candidate is bringing the future that you'd like to see? Lesson to be learned. There's that Ten of Swords again. As Dave said, it's someone's career is coming to an end.
Exactly. Yeah, I was about to say exactly. Somebody didn't do well in this debate.
Yes, it's the last debate took care of Biden's future career. This one could be Trump, could be Kamala Harris. If I was a betting man, and we were seeing a path forward, and we were seeing illusions and delusions, yeah, I'm saying it's not looking great for Donald Trump. Look at that outcome. Is that Six of Cups, kind of that reminiscing about, you remember how it used to be nice? It was okay to agree to disagree. It was okay to compromise. It was okay to hand, an olive branch out to the other side.
Exactly. Right now, I'm sorry to interrupt, but right now it's kind of that vibe of you have to win on everything. Any type of compromise is a loss. And it's like, here's a consolation prize. Here's your home version of the presidential debate game and your supply of rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat.
Yeah, so I once again, I think this is not going to be Democrats specifically. I think it's just your general person watching this. I think what you're going to see is that Kamala Harris came forward with. You saw Trump with the same old stuff. Kamala Harris came forward with some strong messaging. You can see she put the work in. You can see where you're going to benefit from it. This is going to be another nail or 10 nails in the coffin for Trump. And maybe, just maybe, we can get back to where we were before. We can start making our way back to how it was in the past.
Right. Yep. I think that's good. That's good. The only thing I would add to that is another 10 nails in whose coffin, though? Trump's or Ivana's? Can't wait till that thing's exhumed.
Yeah, we're gonna go look for it.
Yeah, exactly. I think we know where it is. It's in Bedminster, Mar-a-Lago.
All right.
Right. I think that looks pretty positive for the Democrats.
I think so too. But you know, then again, we all thought Biden was going to do great. So you know how that ended.
Technically, he won the debate. He answered the questions.
Indeed, he did.
He just got steamrolled with somebody who wasn't answering questions, just making accusations and shouting into the microphone.
Do you want to just go for the throat and throw a four-carder on how did the voters feel about Trump's performance, or how do they evaluate Trump's performance?
I'm glad you said Trump's performance. Here we go. Oh, good Lord. Oh my. Oh dear. Oh, this is terrible. How do people think about Trump's performance? Ugh. Again? Literally is again. What a disappointment, you know? I think for the Trump supporters, they were looking for something and he didn't deliver, or for even normal voters. And now people are making a decision. What do we do? This distasteful performance, this harsh choices being made. And it's kind of, I think there's going to be a number of people that it's like, you know what? I think I'm going to go try a different cup this time. You know, I'm tired of this same old stuff that we've been hearing about. Yeah, no, this is going to benefit the Democrats.
Yep.
This does not fit into Alan Lichtman's 13 keys to winning the presidency, but I think you will see a migration of voters from that would normally vote for the red guy gonna vote for the blue woman.
Yeah, you know, when I saw that Knight of Cups, my first thought was that's Dick Cheney's outreach, where Dick Cheney gave him the okay. It's okay.
It's okay. And again, for folks saying I hate Dick Cheney, blah, 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 yeah, I get it. I totally get it. The guy's policies are complete garbage. But at the same time, you know, if you look at it from a big picture for the Republicans, well, I can't possibly vote for Kamala. It's like, look, if Dick Cheney's voting for Kamala Harris, do you think you're to the right of Dick Cheney? Do you think that Dick Cheney should be following your lead, or would you follow his lead? If he was leading the charge into the abyss, would you be following him because you're a fan of Dick Cheney and you have your faith in him? If the answer is yes, follow him into the abyss. In this case, the abyss is bipartisanship. I know, it's such a terrifying thought.
yeah, Dick Cheney's message was not for the Democrats. It's for the
no, it really was not.
It's you know, it's an endorsement of Kamala Harris, but the message wasn't for Harris and Walz. That message was for the folks in the red states that normally never ever would consider not voting for the red candidate.
That vote would have been for our father. That message would have been for our dad.
Yep.
Because, you know, not that dad would have voted for Trump. He probably would have written in.
He would have in 2016. He would have in 2016 because he didn't like Hillary.
Exactly. In 2020, yeah, he wouldn't have, but he might have written in Ronald Reagan's name or something like that.
He wouldn't have voted for Biden, but
he just like, you know, just cringe and check that box, the blue box on that one, and go for it. In the end of the day, this video is over. You can run off now if you want to, but from a personal perspective, I really wish they would get rid of the Electoral College and make it one person, one vote, because in California, my dad's vote was completely wasted.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, he could vote for whatever the Republican presidential candidate was for the last 20 years. Guess what? That person was never going to carry California. So it's like his vote was wasted. And nobody's vote should ever feel wasted. Yep. If you're a blue dot in a red sea, your vote's wasted in that red sea, but your vote should matter. And that's to me, the simplest argument to get rid of the Electoral College and make it one person, one vote.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Thank you for watching this video and supporting our channel. Appreciate it.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you like this nonsense. Subscribe if you really want to be subject to this frequently. And leave a comment. I read them all. and I respond to many, even the ones that trash talk me.
And again, these readings are for entertainment purposes only, so hopefully you're mildly entertained by it half as much as we were.
That's
Anyways,
right.
thank you again. We'll catch you on the next video.
Take care.